Hello, what's up, guys? Today we are going to be solving a beautiful PnC question. So, in this question, they have said that there's a 4 by 4 grid that we have, and there's an ant on the top left box. Now, this ant, what it can do is it can either move down or either it can move right. Okay, and in the end, it has to reach the 4, 4 spot. So let's say this is uh 1 comma 1, or we should actually say this is 0 comma 0. So this over here will be 3 comma 3, this square over here, because this 0, then this is 1 2 3, and 1 2 3. Sorry, 0 1 2 3. Yeah, so this is 3 comma 3 if that is 0 comma 0. Okay, and now this ant has to reach this 3 comma 3 square by moving left right and down, and we have to find the total number of ways it can reach this spot. Okay, so that's what the task is. The second part is find the probability that the ant passes through the 2 comma 2 square, right? So that was the second part. We'll come to that. First, let's see the total number of ways in which the ant reaches the 3 comma 3 square. Okay, let's see the simplest path of the ant. The ant's simplest path is to go here first to this box and then come down over here, or the simplest path can be coming down directly over here and then here, right? Direct here, right? This is the ant's simplest path. So in this simplest path, what do we observe? The ant goes 1 times right, 2 times, 3 times, and then 1 times down, 2 times, 3 times, right? So to reach the destination, in whatever path the ant wants to take, it will have to move 3 times right and 3 times down. So the ant has to move like in each path, the ant has to move 3 times right and 3 times down, right? So let's say the movement of right is A, right? Let's say it's A, and moving down is B, right? So what essentially we are doing is we are arranging A and B in a row and finding the total number of arrangements. Let's see how that works. For example, I'll write this is right and this is down, right? For example, this is the arrangement that we have made. So A means right, 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 and then B means down, 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 down. Yeah. So let's say our arrangement is A B, right? So A B B A B, right? So this was the path that was followed, this path over here, right? So what essentially we are doing is we are finding the total number of arrangements of A and B in a row, right? And this is the main thinking point of this question, right? We have to observe that the ant has to move 3 times right and 3 times down, right? And then and the ant can make those movements in any order that the ant wants, right? So B, we have to arrange in a row, and that's simply 6 factorial upon 3 factorial into 3 factorial, that is equals to 20. How? 6 6 into 5 into 4 divided by 3 factorial, and 3 factorial is 6, so 5 into 4, that is 20. So there are 20 number of ways, there are total 20 paths or ways the ant can reach the 3 comma 3 spot. Now what we need to find is that the probability that in a way of the ant the 2 comma 2 square comes in between, right? Let's see the total number of ways the ant can reach the 2 comma 2 square. So it has to move right 2 times and down 2 times to reach the 2 comma 2 square, right? So basically what we have to do, we have to find the total number of arrangements of A and B. that is simply 4 factorial upon 2 factorial into 2 factorial. That is equals to 4 into 3 divided by 2, that is 6, right? So there are 6 total ways of reaching the 2 comma 2 square. From here the ant can go right and then down, or down and then right to reach the 3 comma 3 square, right? So there are exactly 2 more ways after reaching the 2 comma 2 square to reach the 3 comma 3 square. So 6 into 2 equals to 12. So there are total 12 ways of reaching the 3 comma 3 square when the ant also passes the 2 comma 2 square, right? And so the probability that the ant passes the 2 comma 2 square is 12 upon 20, 6 upon 10, 3 upon 5. So 3 upon 5 is the answer. 0.6 is the probability that the ant passes the 2 comma 2 square, and the total number of ways of reaching the 3 comma 3 square were 20. I hope you like the approach of this question. This was a pretty basic question, but this approach I feel is best. This is what I first thought of when this question came. I figured out the simplest path. I saw that in each way there needs to be like 3 right turns and 3 down turns, right? And then we just have to find the total number of arrangements to find the total number of ways, right? And then the probability part was also easy. So okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned something new. I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.